I just wanted to talk real quick about the Bible verse Proverbs 22:1 that says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches." And I wanted to point out that it says a good name. It doesn't say a perfect name because today we have really a high standard. It's funny we have such a high standard because we contradict those things a lot. For instance, our entertainment is very sensual and general entertainment on television and music and different things. And but the same people who promote that kind of entertainment are haters of making children. They speak against sexual sins real big. But then they promote them on the other hand. So, but people, when somebody loses their name, you can't have a perfect name again. And the funny thing is, they want to high expectations of people who have fallen into that or got caught stealing or had a drug addiction or whatever else, and it's like they can never get a good name again. It seems, but that's not always the case. What's a good name? Because a good name is interpreted as a perfect name in that case, right? And nobody really has a perfect name, but people do lose their quote good name, which technically translate that to perfect name, and then they get shadow banned, like they do from Facebook and different things. They get shadow banned in society a lot because they don't have that perfect name anymore. But the fact is, you move away from those kind of people. You get away from those kind of people that are shadow banning. And if you're behaving kindly to people and being neighborly to people somewhere new or whatever, then you've made a good name for yourself with them. Because mostly what people are concerned about in real life is a good name is somebody who doesn't cause trouble, isn't stealing from people, isn't starting fights. That's a good name. And the Bible says in Proverbs 22:1, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches. It doesn't say a perfect name. It says a good name. That's my epiphany. I'm not sure 100% what all the angle is that Solomon wrote that from, but it's been a frustrating verse for me. I'm a person who's lost my quote perfect name years ago, and I'm not accepted in some circles. I'll never be accepted in a lot of circles, I suppose. But but people have always gotten along with me that have to rub shoulders with me if they're not into causing trouble themselves. There's always going to be a certain number of people that like me around because I'm peaceful mostly. And I'd say I am peaceful, but because I'm neighborly. And so, believe it or not, I mean, God tells us to be neighborly. And so we do it to spread God's spirit if you're a Christian and and for people to see God's love, but also to bring a more neighborly world, peaceful world in that sense. And believe it or not, people say that if you stand up for God and this and that, you're going to be hated. Well, that's not exactly true, but it is true for those who hate God. However, even those who hate God, there's a verse about this. They are brought to peace with peacemakers. They do see peace. A lot of people do like to make peace because guess what? Not everybody likes stubbing their toe. So it doesn't matter if they hate God or not. They don't like to stub their toe. And so if you're not a person that brings them pain and that kind of pain, then they're going to appreciate that. So, they may not like the pain of hearing about heaven and hell if they're not sure they're going to heaven. But anyway, that got into an analysis. But if you, the point here is mainly is that if you're frustrated because you feel like you can't get that good name again, that's not accurate. You can get a good name again. You just can't get that perfect name again. And nobody has a perfect name.